Hello everybody, this is Dr. Bob DiMaria with another episode of Ask Dr. Bob. Some very good questions. I had somebody talk to me. It's really a long question, and the bottom line was about eczema. They have a 12-year-old daughter that has eczema, and she's had it for about a couple years right now. Somebody talked about eczema, what I have learned from my practice and being a 12-year-old and then having it for about 2 years. So what I've learned along the way, a lot of times these young children start operating hormonally when they're probably about 8 or 9 years old. I've had some of them have actually freckles start on their face. That's a body signal to me of possible liver compromise. So a 12-year-old daughter is probably definitely hormonal, which means liver has been compromised. And we have successfully helped eczema with black currant seed oil. I would avoid fruit. You may consider getting Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Detoxification or Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones, because with that we talk about the castor oil pack and hormonal health also. So somebody had a question about floaters and cataracts. So floaters and cataracts are two different entities. I typically see floaters in individuals who maybe have liver compromise and not enough vitamin A. The question went on about lead in cataracts. Now, I have not seen in our practice lead being an issue with cataracts as much as a calcium-phosphorus imbalance, with too much calcium and not enough phosphorus, which we have seen on an oximeter with an oxygen level being less than 95, and oftentimes we'll see it on a blood serum test. We use phosphorus capsules and tablets to help with cataracts. Dr. Bob, they wanted to know about having a bowel movement. This person could not wrap their brain around the fact that I promote, and I think it's really wonderful if someone has a bowel movement at least 2 times a day. I mean, they really couldn't believe that 2 times a day is normal. Well, it is normal, and 3 for many people. This is what I've learned with colon health. You need enough magnesium. Magnesium is green vegetables. If you have heart palpitations and high blood pressure, chances are you have low magnesium. Sugar takes magnesium out of the body. But, because they were really concerned they're eating all kinds of vegetables and not having a bowel movement, subpar thyroid also is a body signal having constipation, and of course water. You know, I practice clinically as a chiropractor. I also have a doctorate of natural health degree and a degree in spinal engineering. A subluxation or misalignment of L1 is common with colon dysfunction. I don't know if you're taking any kind of opioid type of med. I've seen these TV advertisements. So many of you, OIC, opiate-induced constipation, could be one of your meds that are doing it also. A very detailed question about a collapsing sinus. It's kind of a new thought for me. I've not heard that term before. I know the major reasons that most people have a sinus problem is peanut butter, dairy, gluten, not enough water, oftentimes misalignment, second cervical on the left. I've seen sinuses that open up that fast with a skilled, properly placed chiropractic adjustment. Then I had somebody else have a sinus question about a deviated septum. I want you to know I had a deviated septum because I probably had a very traumatic birth many, many years ago. I had my septum fixed when I was a sophomore in college. Now, when it comes to sinus issues, it is peanut butter, dairy, gluten, not enough water, and a second subluxation on the left cervical spine. Then somebody else had another question about sinuses, about dry sinuses, and they're cracking. And I'm going to tell you right now, your sinuses help humidify air. They need water. And here's the very last question. Somebody had a question about colloidal silver, nanoparticle silver. I don't really know enough to make a comment about colloidal silver. You didn't really have any particular problem going on in your body except a chronic respiratory infection. Respiratory problems are always, from my observation, sugar. It compromises the adrenal gland. Also, a low thyroid. Wonderful new questions. I'm Dr. Bob DiMaria.